Hi guys, welcome to my living room and thank you for joining me for a little bit of yoga at home. Today's sequence is going to be a slow, strong flow. Don't get scared, it's not like grr strong, but it'll just help to make you feel a little bit stronger. Build some strength in your body. Let's get started. Hi guys, namaste, thanks for joining. Let's get started at the front of the mat. So stepping to the front into your mountain pose. You can choose to have your big toes touching and your feet together, or if your balance feels a little wonky, keep your feet hip distance apart. That's fine. And in either variation, soften your knees. With your knees slightly bent, your muscles are stronger. Arms along your side, ears back in line with your shoulders. Breathing in and out through your nose, let's begin. Floating your arms all the way up. Palms touch. Bring your hands down through the midline, tucking your chin. Bend your knees even more so you can roll down along your spine. Fingers to the floor, foreheads to your shins. Inhale, half lift, look forward. And then plant your hands, step your right leg back into a lunge preparation. Bending into your back knee. Leave your right fingers down, look at your left fingers, and inhale the fingers all the way back up. And then curling the fingers all the way down. Plant your palms and lift your foot. Step it back to your downward facing dog. Hands pressed down. Knees might be slightly bent. Bottom reaching towards the back of your heels. And then from here, lift both heels up high, roll forward, high plank. And then tuck your chin, roll back along the spine, downward facing dog. Notice if your plank feels a little bit longer than your downward facing dog, then adjust your feet slightly. Then lift your heels up high, roll forward, high plank. Tuck your chin, roll back, downward facing dog. One more time, lift your heels, roll along the spine. Tuck your chin, roll back, downward facing dog. Then floating your right leg up behind you. Make sure you're planting down through your hands, and then lift your left heel up high, and then sink the heel down, stretching into the calf. Lift the heel up high, exhale, sink it down. Last time, lift the heel up high, sink the heel down. Lift the heel up high, bring your right knee to your nose, and step the foot forward. Bend into your back knee, left fingertips down the floor, and inhaling, the right arm peels all the way up. And then curl the fingers all the way back down. Fingers to floor. Load up your front leg, step the back foot forward. Fingers on the mat, look forward. And bow in. Bend your knees. Rolling up along the spine. Arms reaching up for the ceiling. Now we go again, we're going to add a little more. So follow your hands all the way down. Tuck your chin, bend your knees, rolling along the spine. Fingers to floor, foreheads to shins. Inhale, eyes forward, heart forward. Plant your hands. Step your left leg back. Preparation for lunge. Left fingers on the floor, left knee bending. And inhaling, the right arm all the way up. Ground down through your feet. Lift up in a twist. And cartwheel your hands all the way down. Palms to the floor. Pick up your right foot and step back. Downward facing dog. And from here, lifting your heels, roll forward. High plank. This time, bring your knees to the mat. And sit back on your heels. Puppy stretch. Rolling along your spine like an angry cat. Coming to all fours, lift your knees. And then rolling back to your downward facing dog. Going to do this transition 2 more times. So lift your heels up high, roll forward, high plank, knees to the mat, and roll back downward facing, or puppy stretch. Now we're coming to the downward facing dog. Rolling along your spine, coming forward, angry cat. Lift your knees, roll back, downward facing dog. Ribs lifting, butt reaching towards your heels. Last time, lift your heels up high, roll forward, Knees to the mat. And sit back on your heels. Pressing your butt down into your heels, hands into the mat. And then tuck your chin, roll forward along the spine. Angry cat. Lift your knees, downward facing dog. And this time lifting your left leg up high. Using your buttocks muscles. And then lifting your right heel. Lower your right heel. Lift your right heel. Exhale, you lower. Last time, lift it up. Lower it down. Lift it up high. Tuck your left knee to your nose and step the foot in between your hands. Back knee bends. Right fingers stay on the floor. Inhaling the left fingers all the way up. Put down through your feet. Lift up in your twisted lunge. Awesome. And then cartwheel your hands down. Fingers to the floor. Step the back foot forward. And fold in Uttanasana. Knees bending. Tuck your chin and then rolling up along the spine. Reach your fingers for the stars. And we'll add a little bit more. So hands travel down. Tuck your chin. Knees bend and rolling down along your spine. Fingers to the floor, foreheads to your shins. Inhale. Look forward. And then stepping your left leg back. Preparation for lunge. Back knee bends. Buttocks engaged. Rolling up along your spine. High lunge. With your left buttocks engaged, turn your left thigh in the socket, the heel to the mat, and open your arms out. Warrior two. Firming your feet, strong legs, strong buttocks, strong arms, soft shoulders. Now, we're going to keep our legs as they are, and we're going to move the arms. On your next inhalation, draw your fingertips together. And as you exhale, press out through the elbows. Inhale, the arms open. And exhale, reach out through your fingertips. One more time. Inhale, fingertips together. Exhale, elbows apart. Inhale, open. And exhale, reach. Inhale, fingertips together. We're going to add a little bit more. And exhale, press out through your elbows. Now run your hands past the back of your head. Straighten your right leg and turn to the side. Press up through your hands. Your toes should be pointing forward. Legs straight. And bring your hands behind you. Clasp your hands. Have your elbows slightly bent. Now we're going to roll down. As we roll down, the head rolls down, timed with the lift of the elbows. Lift of the hands, so tucking your chin. Rounding down along the spine, let your arms lift towards the sky. Rounding down, lifting up. Timing it to the when you've lowered as far as you go, your hands have lifted as high as they can. Giving the weight into the balls of your feet. You won't topple over, I promise. Legs strong. Keeping your knees slightly soft. So again, soft joint, strong muscles. Now we're going to reverse it the same way. So tuck your chin. Now you roll up along the spine, your hands lower down. Strong legs. Welcome back up. Release your hands. This time turning your left foot out, finding your warrior two to the back of your mat. Then turning your right thigh in the socket, finding your high lunge. Roll down along your spine, plant your hands on the floor, and step back to your downward facing dog. Holding your downward facing dog for 2 or 3 breaths. Nice and easy, in through your nose and out through your nose. We need to keep the breath moving, noticing if you hold your breath, tension might begin to sneak into your face or your shoulders or your throat. And then from here, lift your heels up high, roll forward, high plank. Hold your high plank for 2 or 3 breaths. Breath moving in and out of your nose, lifting the spine up towards the sky. Using your legs, your buttocks, your back and your stomach muscles to help support you. Then bring your knees to the floor. Sit back on your heels, puppy stretch. The hands press down and reach forward. The butt reaching down towards the back of your heels. Nice long bodies. And we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. So tuck your chin, rounding along your spine. Let your buttocks push you forward. Angry cat. Knees lift. Press back, down dog. And from here, lifting your left leg up behind you. Bring the knee to your nose and step the foot forward. Lunge preparation. Back knee bends. Ground down through your feet. Roll up along your spine. Reach your fingers to the stars. This time, right thigh turns in the hip socket. Plant your heels, open your arms out, warrior 2. Feet grounding down, legs strong, buttocks stabilizing your hips. I'm going to move the arms. Inhale, fingertips together. And exhale, press out through your elbows. Inhale, arms open. And exhale, reach. Inhale, draw your fingers together. Exhale, project out through your elbows. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, reach. Inhale, draw the fingertips together. Exhale, out through your elbows. And again, running your hands past the back of your head. Straighten your front leg. And pushing up through your hands, nice long side body. And bring your hands down to the outside of your thighs. Press the weight into the balls of your feet. Tuck your chin, and as you roll down, slide your hands down the outside of your legs. Strong legs, knees soft. Rolling all the way down. Maybe your hands stop at the outside of your shin. Maybe your hands make it to the outside of your ankles. And then bring your hands to the floor. Fingertips on the mat, look forward. Eyes forward, heart forward. And then reach for the carrot at the end of the stick. Long spine. Right fingers come beneath your nose. Left fingers to the inside. And as you keep your legs strong, inhale the left fingers up along your arm, past your collarbones and your shoulder, up towards the ceiling. And as our shoulders reach up towards the left, press your left hip down. And then curling the fingers down joint by joint. Fingers to floor. Second side. Left fingers beneath your nose and the right fingers. Inhale, draw them up along your arm, past your collarbones, past your shoulder, all the way up towards the sky. Right fingers and shoulders reaching up, so the right hip pressing down. And then curl your fingers down joint by joint. Fingers to floor. And then fold all the way in towards the middle of your legs. Bring your hands back to the outside of your ankles. Pressing into your shins. Tuck your chin. Strong legs, slowly, gently roll up. Bring your hands all the way up for the stars. And then turning your right toes out. Returning your warrior 2. Strong buttocks, stabilizing your hips. And from here, turning your left thigh in the socket, returning to your high lunge. And then curling all the way down. Plant your fingers on the floor and step the back foot forward. Half lift before you bow in. Give your weight into the floor. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, round up, roll up. Reach for the stars. And bring your hands to your prayer position. That was it for the standing part. Let's find our way down to the floor. So, sitting into a comfortable cross-legged position. Some might like and feel comfortable sitting on the floor. Some of you might like to sit up on a cushion, maybe a block, just lifting your hips a little bit higher. It can help to take the grip out of your hips. And then once you're sitting comfortably, with your ears in line with your shoulders, sweep your arms all the way up. And then bring your hands all the way down. From here, turning from your belly button towards the right. Inhaling, and as you exhale, reach your fingers forward, stretch, and sweeping across as far as you can towards the left. And come back into center. Inhaling, the arms all the way up. And bring your hands down. And then we're going to move the other way. Turning from your belly, inhale to the left. And exhale, reaching forward as far as you can, all the way around to the right. Come back to center, lifting up. As you inhale up, change the cross of your legs without the help of your hands. And bring your hands down. One more time, sweep your arms up. Moving the shoulders, leaving your left fingers up, bring your right fingertips to the floor. Reach up through the left fingers, down through the left buttocks and left hip, and lean across to the right. Nice long side of the body. From here, turn the belly down towards the floor. And just like we did before, sweeping across, forward, past the middle, all the way to the left, and then sitting up on the left side, hooking your right wrist around the left elbow. Left fingertips on the floor just behind your butt. In this twisted position, look at your left fingers and then reach your left fingers all the way up towards the sky. From here, leaning straight forward, turn your thumb down towards the mat, reach your fingers forward as far as you can. And inhaling, the palm turns flat, inhaling the hand all the way back towards your navel, sitting up. Awesome. And then reach your hands up. We're going to do the second side. Right fingers stay up, and the left fingertips on the floor. So right hip down, right fingers reaching up, and then leaning across to the left. Nice long side body. And then turning your belly down towards the floor. Sweeping forward and across to the right side, coming all the way up in a twisted seated position on the right. Right fingers on the floor, left wrist hooking right knee. Collarbones broad, and then looking at your right fingers. Reach your right fingers all the way up towards the stars. And leaning straight forward, thumb points down, fingers stretching forward. And on your next inhalation, turn the palm flat. Inhale the hand all the way along the floor, back toward your belly, and sitting up. Awesome. Reach your arms all the way up, and then bring them all the way down. Now if you are sitting on a block, remove your block. And then maybe changing direction. You might have continued facing forward on your mat. I need to change so that I'm staying on my mat. From here, hold on to the tops of your feet. Make sure there's nothing behind you. And roll all the way down. And lying back, release your feet. Resting in this cross-legged position. Let your knees drop. Let your breath soften. Let your shoulders soften. And maybe noticing how the front of your body, the front of your hips, your belly, your chest might feel a little bit more open in this position. Allowing the breath to travel all the way down towards the bottom of your belly. Letting your exhale find its own way out. Noticing how everything begins to soften. And then undo your legs, stretch them out, along the mat. Let your feet flop to the side. Let your fingers soften. And again, just letting go, allowing yourself to become heavy. Noticing maybe the skin between your eyebrows beginning to soften. Maybe your lips, your throat, your breath. Staying here for a few moments. And then slowly, gently bending your knees, rolling onto your side. Let your head rest on your arm like a pillow. That's my belly telling me it's ready to eat. That it's nice and relaxed. And then using your hands gently, push yourself up. If you can, keep your eyes closed, finding your way back to a comfortable seated position. Just rest the back of your hands on your knees for a moment, letting everything settle, like the glitter in a snow globe, floating all the way back down. And then bring your hands together, rest your thumbs once more against your heart. Feel the beat of your heart. And gently float your eyes open. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.